dishes dry in silence, the TV dark and still. There's space inside this living room, but space we never fill. Rising slow, I stand here in the doorway, watching them glow. You're in the other room, scrolling through the day, so close in this small house, but somehow far away. We used to sit together when the night got thin. Now we sit in silence under different skins, not angry, not broken, just tired, I guess, holding all the love and a little less. No one calling ma, no small hands to hold, just the weight of quiet growing cold. And I wonder if you feel it too, the space between me and you, between the quiet and us. There's something unspoken, not falling apart, but slightly broken. We're still here, we still care, but something softer is missing somewhere. Between the quiet and us, the night feels wide. I sit on the sofa with the ache I hide. Not dramatic, not loud, just love worn down by life somehow. Remember when we talk until 2 about places we go, things we do. Now we talk logistics, bills and plans, groceries, schedules, little hands. You reach for your phone, I reach for a sigh. We both say we're fine, and maybe we are in a practical way. We built this life brick by brick each day, but somewhere between diapers and debt, there's a version of us we haven't met. It's not that I want to run or escape, I just miss that soft shape of who we were before the rain, before the tired in your face. Between the quiet and us, there's love still there in folded laundry and shared despair, in the way you check if I've eaten tonight, in the way I turn off your kitchen light. But between the quiet and us, there's a thin blue line, not cold enough but not warm like wine. And I don't know if it's time or fear, or just the weight of another year. We're still here, just tired, my dear. Maybe love changes, it doesn't fade. Maybe it softens in the life we made. Maybe romance turns into care, into knowing someone is there. But tonight in this dim lit room, I let myself feel the room, the small ache, the quiet plea to not lose all of me. Between the quiet and us, there's still a thread, not bright red but silver instead. We may not burn like we did before, but we are steady at the core. Between the quiet and us, I choose to stay, not out of fear, but the life we made. And maybe tomorrow will still here. TV's off tonight, no blue light glow. Just them in the corner burning low. You sit at the edge, I sit beside. Not far enough to have to hide. The house is breathing soft and slow. There's nowhere else we need to go. We used to fill the silence with anything we could. Stories, laughter, misunderstood. Now we let it linger, we let it stay. Silence isn't heavy in the same way. Your shoulder brushes mine by accident or choice. I don't pull away, I don't raise my voice. We don't need to fix everything tonight. Just sitting here feels almost right. No big promises, no dramatic lines. No big promises, no dramatic line. Just your hand resting over mine. Side by side again in this quiet room. Not chasing sparks, not fearing gloom. Side by side again, breathing slow. Letting small connections grow. Not like before, not brand new, but steady and true. Side by side again, me and you. The years weren't easy, but they were ours, built from long days and bedtime hours. You carried weight I couldn't see. I carried things silently. We didn't break, we bent instead. Learning love is what we said, but love isn't love after all this time. It's turning towards you without a sign. The distance shrank without a fight. Just two people choosing tonight. Warm, side by side again. On this worn out couch, familiar space, we know so much. Side by side again, the air feels clear. Not perfect, but here. Side by side again, no need to run. The hard days pass, but we're not done. nights. The hallway's quiet now, tiny shoes by the door, blankets rising and falling behind bedroom walls. I close the door gently, like sealing the day, and the house finally whispers you're okay. Dishes stacked neatly, toys in their place, crumbs on the counter still trace the pace of little hands and louder hours. Spilled milk and superhero powers. All day I carried every small storm, keeping the weather safe and warm. Now the lights are low and the air feels wide. For the first time today there's space inside. No one calling mama, no footsteps down the hall, just the quiet hum of nothing at all. In the light of the living room, after bedtime ends, I remember who I am beyond making amends. No schedules, no gentle commands, just my heartbeat in my hands. In the light of the living room, soft and slow, I let the tired finally go. I sit on the sofa, legs tucked in tight, a cup of something warm, holding the night. Scroll a little, then close the screen. Silence feels unexpectedly clean. There was a girl once before routines, before the list and washing machine. She isn't gone, she's laid deep under promises I always keep. Tonight she stretches across my skin, breathing out, breathing in. It's not escape, it's not retreat, it's gathering strength and quiet feet. In the light of the living room, I soften my face, drop the strong voice I've had to embrace. No one needs answers, no one needs plans, just stillness in my hands. In the light of the living room, I sit and stare. Like it's holding its breath. Dishes dry in the kitchen, laundry folded on the bed. Clock ticks softer than it did all day, and for the first time the noise fades away. Shoes by the doorway, school bags on the chair. Tomorrow's to-do list still hanging in the air. But tonight I let it rest, pour a little red into a fragile glass chest. I open my laptop, half work, half dream. Emails waiting, but not as mean. This is my hour, not borrowed light. The small soft corner of a Saturday night. No one calling my name, no one needing a thing, just the hum of the fridge and the silence it brings. After everyone sleeps, I find myself again. Not a mother, not a wife, just a woman breathing in. The world slows down like it understands this quiet healing in my hands. After everyone sleeps, I'm allowed to be soft and unfinished, still becoming me. There were years I moved on autopilot, smiling through the chaos, holding everything quiet. Lunchboxes, meetings, bills, and broken moods, keeping steady, keeping everyone good. Sometimes I forget the girl I used to be, the one who danced in the kitchen freely. She's still here in the low warm light, stretching her shoulders on a weekend night. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, just a gentle I'm still proud. After everyone flees, I gather the pieces of the woman I held. In between the creases, I'm not lost, just rearranged, not exhausted, just deeply changed. After everyone sleeps, I stay awake, not to escape, but to gently relate. The house is breathing, so am I. Weekend night, soft and kind. The hallway light is fading, tiny shoes by the door, blankets rising slowly behind a bedroom wall. The clock is barely ticking, I get careful not to speak. The whole house exhaling at the end of the week. I close the door gently, careful with the sound. And for the first time today, no one needs me now. There's a glass on the counter, half filled with red. Laundry folded neatly, lists inside my head. Lunchbox is waiting for another dawn. holds my weight like it understands the kind of tired that lives in hands. I scrolled a little, then put it away. Silence feels better at the end of the day. There was a girl once, before routines, before the schedules and washing machines. She isn't gone, she's layered deep under promises I always keep. Tonight she stretches across my skin, breathing out, breathing in. It's not escape, it's not retreat, it's gathering strength in quiet feet. No fireworks, no big release, just small returning pieces of peace. After the house falls quiet, the world grows small, and in that smaller world I can feel it all. The tired, the pride, the invisible weight, the love that carried this whole day straight. After the house falls quiet, I stay awake. Not to run, but to gently remake. So breathing. Maybe I don't need a brand new start. Maybe I just need a softer heart. Maybe strength is not the fight, but choosing to sit with myself tonight. I am not lost, just rearranged, not exhausted, just deeply changed. After the house falls quiet, I gather my name. Not just mama, but more than the same. I'm steady, I'm warm, I'm quietly strong. I've been all alone. After the house falls quiet, the night feels kind. There's still a whole world inside my mind, and that is enough. That is enough. The clock keeps ticking, we're softer now. The house is sleeping, and I'm alone. The hallway light is dim, tiny shadows on the wall. I hear the steady breathing from down the hall. You close the bedroom door, careful with this dawn. I stay here on the sofa, pretend I'm unwound. The house is finally quiet after another week. You move slower these days, like rest is what you seek. I watch you from a distance, you don't notice me. You carry more than you say, that much I can see. There are dishes drying, there are toys put away. You held the world together again today, and I was there, but not enough. Working late, acting tough. No one calling dad now, no small feet on the floor, just the hum of the fridge and the weight of more. And I wonder when we grew this far in the same house, but separate hearts. You're in the next room, and I'm right here, close enough to touch, but not to hear the way your heart must quietly ache after all the giving you undertake. You're in the next room, and dancing in the kitchen under one light. Now your shoulders carry the day, and I don't always know what to say. I talk about work, about plans, about bills, but I forget to ask how your silence feels. You never complain, you never demand, you just keep holding all of our plans. And somewhere in that string, you disappeared, and I was too tired to see what you feared. It's not broken, it's not gone, it's just been quiet for too long. You're in the next room, I hear you breathe, and I realize what I might lose if I leave. Not the house, not the routine, but the woman you've always been. You're in the next room and I stay awake, thinking of changes I need to make. Not grand gestures, not something new, just learning to see you. I see you now. I don't know how. Maybe love isn't loud. After all these years, maybe it hides between small fears, between folded laundry and shared fatigue, between what we say and what we leave. I don't want fireworks, I don't need flame, I just want to say your name and mean it like before. You're in the next room, but not too far. I can still reach where you are. Tomorrow I'll sit beside you, slow turn off my phone, let you know you're not alone in holding this place. I see the tired in your face. You're in the next room and I'm still here, and maybe that's where we begin, my dear. The house is sleeping, the night is long. I stand up slowly and walk where you are. Last night I stayed awake, thinking about us, about the space. It grew so soft, not broken glass, not shouting storms, just quiet distance and safe routines. You came to bed late, I pretended to sleep, but I felt the weight you didn't keep. We're not lost, we're just tired. Two good hearts underwater. Quiet after all these years, let's learn to hear it through the noise we feel. hear you moving down the hall, soft footsteps, careful, small. You think I'm busy staring at my phone, but I'm just building the courage to come home. Home to your eyes without defense, home to your silence without pretense. We built this life day by day. Maybe now we learn to stay. Not in habit, not in role, but as two people still whole. One morning, let's try again. Sit at the table like we did back then. Before the rush, before the plans, before the world pulled at our hands. Morning, let's try again. I'll turn towards you instead of in. No fixing everything, no perfect scene, just coffee and honesty. Sunlight slow. Let it show. I was afraid you didn't see. I saw you, I just forgot to speak. We're still here, still breathing, still choosing, still believing. Fine. Morning, let's try again. Not as strangers, not as friends, but as two people who stayed the night and still choose this morning light. Morning, let's try again. Not because we have to, but because we can. And maybe love isn't loud, maybe it's this soft and proud. The kids will wake soon, the day will begin. But for this moment, open file halfway done, window cracked, no one. Your last text, simple line, get some rest, right on time. I don't read between too much, but something there felt like touch. Maybe I imagined it, maybe I didn't. Maybe you mean it, maybe you don't. Maybe I feel more than I want. Not a promise, not a sign, just a quiet thin line. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's real. Maybe we're careful with what we feel. Cursor blinking, steady light, trying hard to just write, but your name sits somewhere in the background of the air. Traffic hum down below, heart not fast, just slow, not breaking, not whole, just aware of the pull. If I ask, it might fade. If I wait, it might stay. Maybe you mean it when you stay past the hour. You could walk away. Maybe distance is something we want. Maybe it's almost, maybe it's not. Maybe this space is all we've got. Still working, still unsure. Just the sound of the streetlights breathing your name, still floating in my ceiling. Midnight spills across my wooden floor. I don't know what we're waiting for. You said we're fine like this, no pressure, no promises, just coffee shops and late replies and hands that almost synchronize. You sit close but never close enough, like you're scared of calling it love. And I pretend that I don't mind living in the in-between line. Every time you look at me, something in my chest goes weak, but we just laugh it off again, like we're only friends. We're almost something but not quite there. Your fingers trace the edge of my hair. We don't say it, but it's in the air. We're almost something, almost yours at 2 a.m. You hold me closer, then let me go. Say it's better if we don't know, but every night I feel it again. We're almost something, almost more than friends. Don't move away, don't move away. Just stay the same, we're dancing in the gray. Your hoodie's still on my bedroom chair, smells like rain and unspoken dare. You text me songs you never explain, like secret confessions hidden in playlists. You call me when the world gets loud, but never when you're feeling proud. And I don't ask what I'm afraid to hear, why you disappear. Every time I start to leave, you pull me back so gently, but never far enough to fall. You build a wall. We're almost something but not quite real. Your heartbeat is all I feel. You say we shouldn't cross that line, but your lips are too close to mine. We're almost something, almost brave, standing at the edge of what we could have made. You say it's safer this way instead, but safety never felt like this in my town. Maybe we're cowards, maybe we're wise, maybe we're scared of changing our lives. If I said it first, would you finally stay, or would you smile and look away? Tell me, are you scared of losing me, or scared of choosing me? City sleeping, I'm still here, overthinking. You breathe slow next to my skin, but just enough for the night to rest. Don't rush, don't speak, just breathe. It's 2 a.m. the city's tall. Headlights drift like falling snow. Open tabs I haven't closed. The outside almost let you know. Coffee ream on paper thin. Half the page I'm writing in. Every pause between the keys feels like quiet gravity. Your smash it soft and small. Are you working? That was all. Nothing bold, nothing deep, but somehow I cut through sleep. It's not love, but I tell myself just to insomniac somewhere else. But why does silence change its shape when your name is in its way? Leave the light on just in case. We don't have to name this space. Stay a little past the hour. Let it bloom without the power. Leave the light on, don't decide. Some things grow when they hurt. The building hunts beneath my feet. Late night air, cool and sleet. I try to keep my focus straight, but I check the screen, I hesitate. 3 small dots and disappear. Why does that feel so sincere? Not a promise, not a plan, just a maybe in my head. Acts like yeah, I'm still awake, then erase it for my sake. Then rewrite it softer now, like I don't know how. If the wings are far, it breaks. If I pull away, it aches. Somewhere in this careful life, you and I don't divide. Leave the light on, stay online. Let you close my crossing lines. Just a rhythm, breath and keys. You and yours, me and me. Leave the light on, let it be what it is quietly. Stay a little, stay a little, stay a little. It's almost 3 but no one sleeps. The night is wide, the silence deep. I wonder if you're staring too at some small thing that feels like truth. It's not dramatic, not a flame, not the kind that asks for names. Just a warmth that lingers slow in the undertow. You don't say you miss me yet. I don't ask, I don't forget. We're suspended thin and bright in the quiet of this light. Maybe love is not a spark. Maybe it's a run that dark till it exits your long out orbiting a gentle doubt. Maybe it's the way you stay past the point you could walk away. Not because you have to be, but because you want to see. So break down, don't say it, don't rush it, let it breathe. Leave the light on through the glow. I don't need proof from you, just the knowing you're still there somewhere in this quiet hour. Leave the light on till it's gone. We all have to hold on, not further, not it